Hey guys, it's Ashley with Pugs and Pearls, and tonight we are going to be doing my weekly makeup basket where I take you through the products that I use this week and I give you my thoughts and my opinions. And as you can see, there's a lot of stuff going on in the back of the room. Dutch is playing with a new toy he got from his Bark Box, so stay tuned for that. Bark Box unboxing for November is coming up. But I'm also packing. This week coming up is Thanksgiving here in the United States, so I'm so excited because we are again wrapping up the dogs and we're renting a car and we are headed home to Pensacola to my parents' house. And I think I'm going to be bringing the vlogs back for the week. So I really appreciate you guys that have liked the vlogs and told me that you've enjoyed them. I really only do them when I'm like doing something other than my regular routine for work because I just don't think my everyday life is that exciting. But I thought I would vlog it again, the trip up and what we do while we're there. I'm not really sure what we're going to do, but it's just going to be a nice vacation. I'm so excited to have Thanksgiving with my family, and I think my brother's coming into town, so I hope we'll get to see him too. The dogs love going home, and it's just so nice to see friends and family, and I hope you guys are going to have a great Thanksgiving this week too if you celebrate. What else happened this week that was exciting? So I had a busy work week. It was really tough trying to get everything done so that I could have this week off. But I took the whole week off, so I'm excited about that and need a break. And then I got to meet a YouTuber this weekend. Chris Ton is from Germany, and she and her husband came up because they spend part of their vacation in Florida. They came up to Tampa and I took them out with my boyfriend and we went to dinner. I took them to one of my favorite Mexican places here in town and we had such a great time. So Chris, if you're watching, it was so lovely to meet you. She brought me some really nice goodies, some chocolates and some gummy bears, the Haribo kind, and she brought me some nail stuff too, so I'll have to show you guys stuff that I can't get here in the States. So I just wanted to say, like, one of the beautiful things about YouTube is really getting to meet the people that you get to be friends with and just to learn and share. We had such a great conversation about life, about nails, what's going on in our different countries, and I just love that we have the ability to do that. You get to make friends from across the world, and so it's just such a nice thing. And I just wanted to say, Chris, it was so lovely to get to know you and your husband. It was so much fun. I hope we get to do it again. So it's just been a great year for that. I got to meet Joanne earlier this year, and or just a couple of months ago in Las Vegas from NV Nail Person. So I hope I get to meet more of you guys out there. But anyway, I know I'm making this long. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get into the makeup basket. That's just been what's going on with me. We're going to go ahead and get started. Alright, so let's talk about some primers and bases. So for the most part, for my moisturizer, I've been trying to use up this little guy. This is the Caudalie Vino Source Cream Sorbet or Moisturizing Sorbet. It's really nice. It has a very organic smell to it, and it's just kind of like a white cream. And you can see I have been using this up. I'm almost finished with it, but I've been using that as my moisturizer. And then I've also been using my MAC Prep and Prime. I really, really like this as a moisturizing primer. You don't need a moisturizer with this because it's got a lot of moisture in it, but I feel like this helps my foundation go on really well. So I really, really like it. And then on other days, I've been using my Rainforest of the Sea Marine Boosting Mist. This is no secret that I'm a big fan of this stuff, and I am down here near the bottom. It's just a really fine citrus smell. It's a really nice primer, again, to use before you do your foundation. And I just like how nice it sprays. It's really, really a beautiful spray. So I like that citrus. I think that's one of the things that really attracts me to this product. And also it's very cute. But I like this a lot. Another thing that I never talk about, but I feel like is such a staple in my collection, are these little tiny eye makeup remover pads. This is from Target, and they come in packs of 30. They're just the Up and Up brand, but these are so nice. This is what they look like. I just use this one to take off my lipstick and put something else on. They're very, like, you know, they've got a lot of moisture in them. They take off like just lips or just eyes, or if you've come out of the shower, maybe your mascara is running, you can just take that off so you don't have to do your whole face. So I really, really enjoy these. I run through these so quickly, and I'm always constantly purchasing more. So I'm really excited about those because they work really well for me and they're very affordable. All right, so let's talk brows. I don't think it's going to be a surprise to you guys. I've still been using the BH Cosmetics. This is their Studio Pro Brow Pomade in the shade Auburn. I've been using this in my, actually not using it today, but I have been using this pretty much most days. I can kind of show you. I've really been kind of digging into it, and a little bit goes a long way, but I find it really nice. It's been pretty wearable, easy to use, and I really like doing my brows with pomade. That's kind of been my go-to lately. And then I've been continuing to use this. This is my Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. It was a sample that I got in, I don't know, one of my bags or Ipsy bags or Sephora boxes. Love it. I really, really like how it holds my brows together, and it like I said, you have to be careful with it. You don't want to like put too much on to make them crunchy, but you want to make them, you know, hold really well, and that stuff works pretty good. So I got to pick up some drugstore alternatives because I know I'm about to run out of it, but still really good stuff. Alright, so let's talk about some primers and concealers and foundation. So I've still been using the BH Cosmetics eye primer in the shade Veil. I know you guys have heard me talk about this one a lot, and I'm still using it. I really like it. You can see I'm starting to make a little dent in it. It's kind of like got a light beigey champagne color to it on the eye, but basically it just holds on my eyeshadow all day. So I've been using this one a lot. I very much enjoy it, and it works really, really well. Pretty much these are a dupe for MAC's paint pots. If you like MAC paint pots, these are a lot cheaper. They're like $7 or $8, and they come in a couple of different shades, and they last really, really well. And then for concealer, this has just been my go-to. I really think it works so well. It's the Tarte Shape Tape. Mine comes in the shade Light, and again, I just have been so enjoying the coverage it gives. It's like a medium consistency, but a little bit goes a long way. It hasn't been creasing on me. I use it under my eyes. I use it to cover up redness or to cover up pimples or breakouts, and it really does a great job. I think like it's one of the nicest concealers I've ever used, and I'm so glad. Like, it took a long time for me to get my hands on it. It was sold out every time I went to go to purchase it, or even online. So I finally got it, and I definitely would repurchase that. I mean, I've been using it very, very consistently, and I absolutely love it. Now, for foundation, I have been still using this sample size. I thought I was going to be done with it last week, but somehow, by some miracle, this little guy has been going strong for this last week. Now, I definitely think I'm near the end of this, but this is the Makeup Forever HD Invisible Cover Foundation. It comes with a cute little pump, and I've been showing you this in the last couple of weeks. Like I said, I think it's been lasting about 3 or 4 weeks now, this cute little bottle. And it was a sample size. This is in the shade, I think, 225 or 117. And I really, really like it. It's so lightweight, but it's such great coverage. I've raved about this, and I'm very, very considering purchasing this because I really like that it's just an everyday wearable foundation. I feel really good about this color, and it's just a very easy foundation to use. I just feel like a little goes a long way, and it looks really great. It looks really natural, but it's very covering, and you don't feel like you have a ton of makeup on, which I love that about this foundation. So a big plus for this one. Alright, so some other staples that I know you guys know that I love, that I always talk about. My Kate Rimmel lip balm that I pretty much use as a lip primer. This stuff is really good, and you can tell I use it all the time. I use it every single day before I do my lipstick. And then I've been sticking strong with my Essence Princess Lash or Lash Princess. This stuff just is so nice. It makes my lashes look so great. I've been using it very consistently. I haven't put anything in to kind of replace this, so it's just got a very standard tapered bristle wand. There's really nothing extra special. I just love the volume, and I love the length, and it kind of gives me that false lash effect without wearing false lashes, because I don't really do that, or I haven't ever tried yet. But I really like this one. Alright, let's talk some powders. This is no surprise too. I've talked about this repeatedly, and I've still been using it, so I wanted to mention it. This is the MAC Sweet Vision Magic Dust Powder. It came out in their holiday collection. I just love it. It works so well on my skin. It's this beautiful pink with a gold shimmer. And like I said, like the pattern has stayed strong. Like the pattern is not going away with those little stars. It's very pigmented, and it has a gorgeous gold sheen, and I think you can see it. I mean, it's just very prominent. It's a gorgeous blush, especially for this time of year, and I love the sheen. I love the pink that it shows, and I just feel like it gives a pop of color to my cheeks, perfect for winter time. Or are we still in, I think we're still in fall, but you know, perfect for this time of year. Now this, I feel like I have failed to mention this, but this should have been in like the last 3 makeup baskets. This is my e.l.f. Sun-Kissed Glow Bronzer. It's a super affordable product and I wanted to show you because I hit pan on it. I have been using this pretty much solely as my bronzer because, you know, when it gets into the fall time, I haven't wanted to go too dark. This is very light. I would say it's very comparable to, sorry, Dutch was trying to get into his treats again. We're taking those on the trip. But anyway, this is very considerable to the Physicians Formula butter bronzer. It's very light. This is obviously going to be a lot cheaper and I've gone through it. It's just very, you can't put too much of this on. It's just really, really nice. It's buildable, but you're not going to go overboard with it. And I'll give you a swatch as well. It's very soft, has a little bit of a shimmer, like a gold shimmer to it, but it's not so strong that that's going to be what shows up. It's just like a very nice light bronzer. Now for powder, I've been using something a little bit different. This is the Makeup Forever Micro Finish Powder. It comes in this really, really tiny jar, and it's not as good as the Laura Mercier. I think it's close, but I don't think it's as good as Laura Mercier. It's very similar in its consistency. It's very lightweight. And it's very hard to get a brush in this bottle because the bottle is just very narrow. So it's hard for me to get my big blush brush and to like dip it in. Although I do like it. I think it is a very nice one. It's very similar to Laura Mercier, but I feel like Laura Mercier is just like a smidge better. But I got this in my kit, one of my Sephora favorites kits, and I really do like it and I'll definitely use it. It's a very small size, but this stuff really does go a long way. A little bit really will get you to where you need to go. So it's not bad. I just would say Laura Mercier is still a little bit better in my personal opinion. Alright, so liner. I've been using something a little bit different. This is the art liner from Lancome Paris, and this is very different. It's a brush liner, and I got this in, again, another Sephora Favorites kit, and it's really interesting because it's a brush, it's not a felt tip liner. So when I first started utilizing this, I wasn't really doing well. Like, you know, you have to, again, there's a learning curve with every kind of product that is like a different formula or different form. I normally use felt tip liners, and this brush kind of took me a while to get the hang of, but I really like it. I can make a very thin, very precise line. It does not go anywhere. Once it dries, it stays all day. So I've been very, very happy with this product. I was surprised because I just didn't know if it would be a long-lasting liner, but it's very nice, very black. I think it dries matte, and it looks really, really good. So let's talk some eyeshadow. I've got some new stuff for you guys. I've been using this ColourPop shade. I got this recently. I'm going to be doing an upcoming ColourPop haul because I can never, you know, keep away from ColourPop. ColourPop always comes out with such amazing stuff. So I got this little guy. This is called Tang, and this is one of their matte Super Shock shadows. I really, really love this. It is so pretty. It's kind of like a dusty purple matte. So I'll give you a little swatch. It has a really nice creamy formula, and I have just been using this as a crease shade. It's been so nice just to kind of pop in and build up. And again, I feel like it's a very like purpley matte fall shade, and it just does a great job for building up an eye look. So I do recommend a certain brush to use though when you use ColourPop shadows, because they can be hard to like get out of the pot and put on your eyes. I particularly like this Beau Gachis brush. It's a synthetic brush, but it's kind of like a crease brush, and it does a really good job of distributing this type of like consistency product. So I have loved this color. It's just a beautiful light purple, and I build it up in the crease, and I've been doing that for most looks this week. So I actually really like this matte, and that's different for me because normally it's like the shimmery or the metallic shades that get so much hype with ColourPop, but there are some really nice matte shades that you can use in your crease. You just have to find a good tool to use it. So this is their smudge, I think Tache, I don't know how you say it, it's their smudge. To me it's like a crease brush, but it works really well with this together. Now another really, really great product. I have used this every single day. This is the Caviar Stick from Laura Mercier. This one is in the rose gold shade, so it's so good. You guys know I've talked a lot about this on my channel, but it is such a great consistency. It's very, very pigmented, and it's just this gorgeous, again, rose gold shade. So creamy, it dries down, it provides a really nice base for any eyeshadow. You can put eyeshadow on top of it, but these are so expensive. So I rarely ever buy these full size. I normally get them as sample sizes, or I get them in kits. I think they're like 30 plus bucks, I mean, which is really expensive for one product. But I have to say, I love it. It just gives a beautiful chrome effect to the eye. And then with this, I've basically used all of my other BH Cosmetics shades in the palette that I showed you last week. So the 28 Modern Neutrals palette, I've been using this along with that gold shade. I use that gold shade as my like base. I put it all over my lid, and then I just like do in my outer corner maybe a purple look, or maybe a deeper smoky blue look, or maybe like an orange look. This has been my go-to fall palette. Again, BH Cosmetics, super affordable. I did a get ready with me look using this. If you want to see it, I'll link it below. But this is such a great palette, so cheap, and I've been really using it the last couple of weeks. Okay, just a few more things. We've got brushes and lips, and then we're done. So I just wanted to share with you the 3 brushes that I've been using mostly this week that I wanted to mention. These all are from the BH Cosmetics Sculpt and Blend Set 3. And this first one is the 135. It is a small kabuki brush, and this is what I've been using to buff out my foundation. I love it. It's small. It does take a little bit longer than some of my other bigger kabukis, but I just feel like it's really nice. It's very precise. It does a great job. I feel like my makeup looks even better when I use this smaller one and I take my time. So I really like this for foundation blending. The next one up is a 138. It is a small angled brush that's kind of pinched in the middle. So this is really perfect because it gets right under my eyes and it blends out my concealer. I even do it on my chin when I've got a little bit of like pimples to cover up. This is so really good for blending concealer. That's pretty much what I've used it for, mostly under my eyes and on my chin. And somewhere on my cheeks when I need to cover up some redness, but I love it because it's so small and it's easy to fit in those kind of like crevices where it's harder to get to. And then last but not least, I've been using my 133. This is like a tapered powder brush. Again, it's very small, very precise. It's easy to kind of put a light dusting of powder. It doesn't go overboard. Again, it's a little bit smaller, so it takes a little bit longer, but I really like it. So I've been continuing to use these 3 from that kit this week. So guys, I knew there was something I forgot to mention. There was another great thing that happened this week. I got to do my first nail art collab, and I want to thank Judy from Judinka Nail Art for including me. It was so much fun to do. It was called Falling Into Winter, and I just wanted to show you what I wore this week on my nails because I always like to share with you guys. So this is kind of like chipping off. I do apologize. I haven't had a chance to do my nails yet, but my idea was to do kind of like a snowflake theme. I really like these fake Christmas like holiday sweater patterns. So I wanted to just share with you what I used, and if you didn't get to see the video, now you know what was in it. I do have it. I can link it below. So first off, I did my base with this OPI. It's called In My Santa Suit, and I love it. It's a 1 coater, which is really awesome, and it's just kind of like this shimmery red, really fine shimmer red. So 1 coaters are always my favorite. Makes the stamping process go a lot faster. For my white, I used the BMC from Bundle Monster. This is their Creative Art Polish in the shade Bam White. So you can see it's this is like one of my favorite stamping polishes to use right now. I feel like it really works well. I don't have a lot of issues with it. And then I also used this from Moyu London. This is their festive collection, and I used the number 6 plate, and I just love it because it has a lot of holiday stuff on it. Again, those fake kind of sweater or sweater patterns, a lot of snowflakes. I did mine like a falling snowflake kind of theme, but I really like this plate. It worked extremely well with that polish and it turned out really nice. So if you want to see the video, like I said, I'll link it below, but I wanted to tell you what was on my nails before I forgot. Alright guys, so I've got 4 little lipsticks to show you. 2 are from ColourPop and 2 are from Stila. These are all liquid matte lipsticks, so that has been my go-to this week. I have just been really into the liquid mattes, partially because they last a long time and I've been having really long work days, so I want to trust these products to last on me all day. So the first one up, I have to say, I probably used the most. This is called Perla, and this is their Stila Stay All Day Liquid Lipstick. So I will swatch all of these for you. Again, I did this in my recent haul, so you might have seen that, but this one is just a light pink, very natural looking. Again, just a really, really everyday wearable shade. This next one is called Patina. This is a very, very popular shade from Stila. It's a little bit darker, a little bit more mauve-y, leans a little bit more brown. Again, really great work appropriate wearable shade. So those I've been using a lot. And then the last two are my ColourPop ones. This one is a very neutral color. This is called Times Square. I really like this because it's kind of just a really subtle nude shade, but it looks so pretty. And sometimes it can come off a little bit pink on my lips. So this is what this one looks like. Again, a very wearable neutral shade. One of my favorites this week. And then this other one I only wore once, but I really think this is going to be a quick favorite. I really liked it when I wore it. This is called Mama, and it's kind of like an orange lipstick, which I never would have thought that would have interested me. But I feel like for this time of year, for Thanksgiving, I'm really into like orange toned lipsticks. Like, I really, really like them, and I don't think that they look bad on me. So here it is, again, very orange red, but it's beautiful. It works really well, I think, with my skin tone and my hair. So I am going to be wearing this one probably on Thanksgiving, just because, again, it's just got that really pretty red-orange look to it, and it's just unique. I haven't seen many that are like that. So that's it, guys, for my weekly makeup basket. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments below. I will chat with you there, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!